Coach, when you go back to Saturday, how much did that delay really hurt your football team in the end?
Well, I mean, I think it wore on us over time, but at the same time, Union County had the same thing they had to deal with as well, and they just dealt with it better than we did. At the point that we got to halftime, a little bit late, it was we were down 2 scores, but we were still right in the game, and then we had the 2.5-hour delay at halftime, which we just didn't recover from that. And I'm not taking anything away from Union County. They played well. We did not. And, we ended up getting beat. But it was a very long day, especially, I know we ended the game a little bit early because, there were still 3 games after ours. Yeah. And at the point that we stopped the game, we weren't going to win that game. Yeah. So, and we'd already been at the field for, started a game 6.5 hours ago. That's way too long to play one football game. So, it wasn't how we wanted it to go, but, I think hopefully we learned something from it.
Have you ever been through anything like that before?
Not to that extent. I've been through some weather delays. A couple times we've had a couple of delays during a game, but never one that lasted that long. I mean, I think the longest game we actually finished a game in about 5.5 hours, but it was done. We still had 9.5 minutes or so, 9:44 I think it was, when we stopped that game. So, it could have been another 45 minutes or, 35 to 40 minutes in that game if we'd really played it out.
So this ended up really being almost 2 different games. You said you guys are right in it. Then you get to halftime, things just didn't work out very well. When you were playing well, what did you like about your team?
Well, I thought defensively, we played pretty well. And it's kind of – it's the same thing. Right now we're struggling a little bit offensively with our passing game stuff. Our running game is not too bad, and it did hurt us too. Alex Hokie got hurt the first offensive play and didn't play the rest of the game. So that moved our fullback back to tailback where he played last year. I mean, it wasn't like he's never played there. But it changed our dynamics in the backfield a little bit, but we still rushed the ball okay. I mean, Jeremiah finished with 88 yards in just over 3/4 of play. So, I mean, as far as the running game, it was pretty good. But our passing game is struggling right now between timing and a little bit of, protection is okay most of the time. But so we're struggling with that. And, defensively we've been playing pretty well, except all of a sudden, we'll play well, and then give up one big play. Overall, we're playing okay defensively. We just need to eliminate that one play, and we're getting towards that.
Hey, Coach, from just a routine standpoint, are you kind of back into things now? And I'm sure it kind of backed you up a little bit from Saturday.
Well, yeah, a little bit. I mean, it was a long weekend for coaches in terms of preparing for the next game, just because of what time we got back. I mean, I was expecting to be back in Cambridge City by 2 o'clock or so, 2:30 at the latest, and we didn't get back into Cambridge City until after 6 o'clock. So, and then we had to wait on film from Tri, and we had to get film to Tri, and so everything was kind of pushed back this weekend, and it just made for a long weekend. But as far as preparing for this game, we lucked out yesterday and missed some of the weather that was supposed to be coming in the afternoon. So, it really didn't change our preparation for a regular season game.
All right, talk about this week. You're back again into action on a normal Friday. Talk about what you expect on Friday.
Well, I think Tri-High's 0-2 in the conference, just like we are. So we want to win. They want to win. And what we've telling our kids is going to be who up front wants to win the game more. Most games are going to be won up front. Very few games are won with a quarterback or a receiver or a running back. They're won with those guys up front that and they've got some beef up front. They've got some big kids. Hopefully we'll be a little quicker at times, but I think it's going to come down to that front line and who kind of exerts their will the most.